Hi, I'm John with Herbert Lawns. I want to share with you the difference between using a granular fertilizer and a liquid fertilizer on your lawn. Now, this comes from my experience of fertilizing lawns for 41 years with Herbert Lawns, and I'm going to tell you what I have learned in the process. So let's start with the advantages of granular fertilizer. Granular fertilizer is what you see in these bags. It has little balls, they're called prills, that you take a spreader and usually broadcast them throughout the lawn. They sit in the soil and actually feed the root system of the lawn. So what they do is they slowly release food and nutrients into the soil where the root system uptakes that product and sucks it up through the plant and uses it as a source through the root system. It's generally a slower process, and one of the reasons why it lasts anywhere between 4 to even 8 weeks is because there's generally sulfur coats on these prills or other products on the prills that slow down the release process. It means it releases in increments. Not all of it releases at once. So it slowly releases throughout those 4 to 6 weeks to give you a long-lasting fertilizing effect. So one of the problems with granular fertilizer is that it gets spread everywhere. It gets spread into the rock beds, it gets spread onto your patio, into the driveway, and is put in a lot of places where you don't want fertilizer. So you got to be sure you do a very good cleanup when you're putting down granular fertilizer. You got to sweep your sidewalks or blow the sidewalks and get all those prills and fertilizer balls off the cement areas. Now, if you're using a fertilizer that has iron in it, you want to be extra careful because those iron little balls or prills can stain the sidewalk. So you want to make sure you get all those off, especially if you're using iron. Now, when we talk about liquid fertilizer, liquid is treating the top end of the plant first versus the root system. So for example, liquid fertilizer is actually treating the leaf of the grass blade, and the cell walls of that leaf is going to suck those nutrients in via the leaf of the plant. It's just like your skin on the body. The body skin absorbs many things quickly and fast, and that's what happens with the leaf blade of the lawn. Think of it as skin cells on the human body. It just sucks all that in quickly. So some of the advantages of liquid fertilizer is that it's fast. It's fast acting, so if you need to solve a problem quickly, liquid is the place to go because those cell walls are going to suck all that in quickly right to the leaf of the plant where things are going to happen quickly versus the root system on granular where it takes a little longer. Now, some of the advantages of liquid is not only that it's fast, it's generally that it's easy and predictable to apply. This is why a lot of lawn care companies like to use liquid because they can easily calibrate the gun and calibrate the tanks and know how much they should be putting down each day versus what's mixed in the tank. So it's very easy to manage. So that's why a lot of lawn care companies like to use it. One of the downsides to using liquid fertilizer is that generally it costs more money to use and mix up. Another problem with liquid fertilizer is it generally doesn't last as long as a granular fertilizer. Now this could be a problem or may not be a problem. If you're fertilizing your lawn regularly throughout the season, that's generally not a problem. So now you ask yourself, we have granular, we have liquid, which one should I use? Which one should my lawn care company be using when they perform services on my yard? And the answer is both. One is not the right solution for the entire season. I love to use a mixture of granular and liquid fertilizer for the best results because there's times of the season where you want a slow release and you want to treat the roots and have that nutrition sucked up through the root system. There's also times of the year that you want to treat the leaf blade and have that product go right into the leaf as quick as you can to suck up that nutrition and get results during certain times of the year. For example, I like to use granular in the spring and fall because generally it's cold outside and you don't want to be spraying liquid fertilizers when you could have freezing temperatures possibly throughout the year, possibly throughout the day. I like to use granular mid-season when it's hot. So there's no chance of burning the lawn. It's a slow release and slowly releasing that formula into the lawn. So you're not going to burn your lawn in any situations like that. So a mixture of both is really the way to go. You want a mixture of granular and liquid fertilizer throughout the season for best results. Now, can you just use one? And do most people sometimes usually use one? Yes, they do. They'll just say, you know what, I use granular and that's all I'm going to use and that's what I use. Others say, I like liquid, that's what I'm going to use and that's all I'm going to use. But for best results, a mixture of both is the way to go. I hope this was helpful. If you have more questions about lawn care, just put them in the comments below and I'll make more videos on them. Thanks for watching, and remember, green grass makes you smile.